minister. And I think what we'll do now is share those results with the minister now while the time for the election is coming. I think it's fair that he does have time to go over everything. And I like the way, the direction the minister's taking. The minister, and I'm talking about the new minister. The new minister is not really trying to get caught up in everything that's been going on. But it's fair for him to see in a way, in a fair manner of what's been taking place. I think the committee has all the information. We have all the information, and those are things that we will provide with the minister. And it's not my right to just come out and throw, results out and what happened. I just know for a fact that there is evidence of things that have been done. The committee have made their decision that does favor the decision that I went with. For me, I don't want to keep dwelling on that again. Those informations are all there. We'll pass it to the minister, and if he wants to show it publicly, he can do that. But that should not be my call. It should not be our federation's call. We did what we believed is right, and I did what I believe for the federation to move forward. I had to take action in that way. There's just no stability in what we were doing, and it would have affected everything that we achieved. So again, this was not a rational decision that I just made overnight. This is looking over things. For the tournament, I shouldn't say league, I'm sorry, I apologize. This will be a basketball league. What we're trying to cover is this. People have to understand, and this is something I love about FIBA. FIBA, in order for national teams to be ranked, boys and girls, and for the country to be ranked, FIBA pushes federation to induct tournaments and games, such as 3-on-3 and the tournament that we are providing. Those are all points. And why I like that system is because it pushes federation into doing something. And as I explained to the minister, and I'm explaining to everyone, it's important that we know that all these tournaments, they count for the federation, they count for the ranking of South Sudan basketball. So we want to keep on inducting those. And it's also important that everyone understands that. So when we have disagreements, we should resolve things on the side and continue and allow basketball to continue. So we will call this a tournament. We will not call it a league. We don't want anyone to think that we are trying to take over their league or anything. This is just work that the federation wants to do to support those players, boys and girls, that are just around and wait until issues between people are resolved. And I think this is something that the whole of basketball community should agree with. We are not here to steal or take anybody's league or time. We know that we can provide resources for a tournament to continue right now. And that's the whole goal of it. So it will be the teams that want to play. We wrote a letter to teams. We invite all teams to play. I think that all teams should play. For us and for the federation, those teams that don't want to play, we'll try to understand their reasoning, but also we have to move forward with those teams that want to play and individuals that want to support players in this country. Other than that, I have no issues with individuals that want to state why they're unhappy and so on. That will continue to happen, but basketball has to continue, and that's our main goal.
We're going to put out an official announcement regarding the tournament. You'll have details, pictures, and anything that you need to know immediately after this press conference. Yes.
Thank you. My name is Liam Josh from Urban Radio. I just wanted to know, you mentioned some great achievements. I feel like some of them maybe you're looking forward to achieve them. And now my question to you is next year's, elections. I just wanted to know whether you're going to be part of it or you're vacating that seat to someone that you probably recommend.
Yes. No, I'm definitely going to be a part of it. I think for me, I'm going to push very hard to prepare for the election either way. I think it's my duty and it's the federation duty that we help the minister as much as possible. I think that we communicate with every state, with everybody that's involved in the election. That's our duty as a federation. Set it up, and I think for me, I've achieved, as a federation, we've achieved a lot of things that a lot of people didn't expect. I think my next, if I was to be elected or if I was not to be elected, I really want to focus on a lot of work that we need to achieve inside South Sudan. I think the first 4 years, as up and down as it's been, and mostly it's been up. It's just been, the issues on the side. But to be honest, I can say that I've learned a lot. There's a lot that we didn't get right, I didn't get right, and there's a lot that we got right. I think for me, this was something that after retirement was very new to me. I was always used to, having the ball in my hand and having to score. Switching over to this, it's been, a lot of challenges, but it's also been a lot of excitement at the same time, and we've learned a lot. So, for me to run again is on the purpose of, I see South Sudan as bigger than what people see. I think some people might be just happy that we are #1 and so on, but at the end of the day, when you look at, Angola, when you look at Nigeria and so on, Angola dominated for, almost 17 years of Afro-basket. Tunisia went 4 years. Like, there's so many things that we need to accomplish that we need to realize. One, we have a good national team and we've done well. But if you look at basketball, it has so many opportunities it could offer so many people here. And I think we need to realize, that we have something amazing. And at the end of the day, we have the talent, and talent is what's gonna, change everybody's life. All these kids, they have that talent. So we need to realize and come together and just, put all these silly issues on the side and realize, are we building basketball or are we trying to, break each other down and hold everybody back? So for me, I don't think basketball is in a place here where it can keep going smoothly, and I think we can, we can get it there all together by working together.
By the name Diniq, that's my name, a freelance journalist. My question is, the first one, is there any plan of organizing a tournament like for the state sub-local, let me just say the state local federations? Then secondly, as a president, because sometimes they say it is you who is there to mandate or to authorize, when is the campaign kicking off? Because some people wish to vie for some position in or to start contesting. When is it starting?
Yeah, to answer your first question, I think what we've done in the past couple of years is, outside of Juba, in the States, the challenge has been the basketball courts and facility. I think that, there's a lot of courts that we refurbish, like I said earlier, we rebuilt. And I think we are in, constant communication with the states federations and the states association, in organizing tournaments. There should be a tournament hopefully this week in Lake State, and there should be a tournament elsewhere. It's very difficult right now to bring teams in from other states, and I think this next 4 years, hopefully the goal, whether it's in the first year or second year, or whoever comes in, I would really encourage them that, we start thinking about, building facilities where, my vision is this: if we can build 4 indoor or maybe 5 facilities, and kind of follow the way BAL is the league. And what I mean by that is, 1 week or 2 weeks you should be, in a different state. You fly the teams there. I think the community comes out and watches basketball. And then another week you go to you come back, you take a break, then you go to another state. And I think if you conduct it that way, I see that as the future of basketball in Africa. I think it would be very difficult to fly a country as big as South Sudan, to fly, every weekend or every other day from state to state. I think we're far from that. But what we can do is, think about, building better courts, better arena where individuals or teams can fly to that state, allow the community there, the basketball community and outside of state, to come to games, conduct games, and then go on and then have the final maybe in Juba or whatever the best place is that year. So to me, that would be the ideal, and that's a far kind of vision, but that would be a goal. That would be a goal of mine that I think we can achieve, or we can help whoever is capable of achieving it, or if they believe in that vision. But that's the only way I see the states and having a national tournament. Because if we don't do that, it's going to be a long time before all of us here are flying from week to week in different states just to watch basketball indoors. And also, why indoor is important is you wouldn't want to conduct a tournament in another state. You pay all the money for the teams to go, and then it's raining, or it's and the courts are not in good condition. So we got to think of those things in the future.
Then the issue campaign, when is campaign?
Yeah,
starting?
that to me, this is my first time. Last time they told me there was an election, I put my name and that was my campaign. I don't know. I think this time, we're working with the ministry and everything. And I think when the time comes, I think we'll make it public also. Not only just, the ministry, but I think our federation will announce it. And whoever wants to run for any position should be able to.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Dino, Samir?
You guys are easy, man. I thought this was going to be worse than this, Especially you, Kelly. Is that it? Did we cover
All
everything?
Now we are finished.
There's one burning question for online viewers here.
Yes.
They're saying that, Mr. President, you stated that we have people with personal issues too with you. As a president, how are you dealing with these people that are bringing their personalities into preparation affairs?
Yes. I think I've learned, like I said, I've learned a lot. People expect me to just be this mellow guy all the time. I grew up my whole life competing. I'm a basketball player. I'm learning as this goes on. But also, one thing that I do know, I never take anything personal or anything that can jeopardize this whole basketball thing that we are trying to build. I would never do that where I put it publicly or social media where I'm trying to jeopardize things. I think if you look at the situation and what took place, and I'll keep saying it, whether people eventually will believe me, but I made a decision as a leader that was for the nation. And I think I made a decision that's for the basketball community and it's for the nation. I just really didn't believe, and I still don't believe, that we would have moved forward after everything that took place. And I'm not making things up. Everything that I'm saying, I can back. Everything that I'm saying, FIBA has seen and FIBA has the letters and approved it. So, all this stuff that being said that I just didn't like someone and I removed them. There's a reason why. It didn't start as, a personal thing. It started as things that should not be taking place that were being made on behalf of the federation, and the direction was just not clear to me. Everybody in the office, we do have disagreement, everyone in my federation right now, but the one thing I would say, we all put the nation first, and I think every time we come together, the reason why we are getting results is because we are all in one page, and what matters at the end is, like we've seen of South Sudan, winning and going to the Olympics. I think you got to also give credit for us to, be able to conduct all these, teams to go outside of. So it never stopped me from doing my work. I hope it never stopped those individuals from still doing their work within the basketball community. At the end of the day, people will come back and look at those things, but who kept working? You got to keep working. I think the only way that you can answer all these things is by showing what you're doing back for the basketball community. It's not by consistently trying to break down everything that we are achieving and taking it away from everybody. I think at the end of the day, we got to get back into realizing that this is something that we all have to enjoy. And we have to enjoy right now, because at some point you're going to realize it's not going to be promised that every year we go to the World Cup, or every year we go to Afro-Basket, or we go to the Olympics every 4 years. This is something special, and I don't want it to be taken away because there's things towards me. So let's put that on the side and enjoy this journey to get there.
Yeah, there's another question. Last week, there was